Hi, I'm Roxana from WpEstate, and in this video I will show the steps that you need to take after the 4.8 theme update. This update will include changes for the property page design, also will include a property page layout manager, and next I will show the steps that you need to take after the theme update to make sure that your property pages will show correctly. I have already updated my theme. You can see that it is the last version. For the theme update to be complete, you will need to make sure that the theme included plugins will be updated as well. To double check this, please go to plugins, and you need to make sure that the WpResidence Theme Core Functionality plugin will also have 4.8 version, as well as the WpResidence Elementor Widgets one. Now that the theme update is complete, you need to go to theme options and check the settings for the property page. You will need to go to WpResidence options, property page. Make sure that you clear cache before starting setting your options. If you do not see the new options properly, then I recommend to go on front end and clear browser cache as well. I will show how to do that. I will click the right button of my mouse. I will click inspect, and you will need to hold the refresh button, and you will have these three options. I suggest to use these two options to clear the cache on browser level. I will go back to theme options. In the property page design section, you will have 7 property page layouts. The first one will be selected by default, and the next step is to select the layout that will fit your current property page design. You need to select the layout based on the slider that you use. Currently I have the multi-image slider, and this slider will show in the property page header. But since I have the first layout that will display the slider in the page content, my slider will not show properly. So I will need to select a layout that will display the slider in the page header. You can choose the second layout or the fifth one. I will select the second one and save changes. Now my property page will show the slider in the page header as I made the settings. If you have a slider that will be displayed in the property page content, like classic slider, vertical slider or horizontal slider, you will need to select a property page layout suitable for this kind of slider. I will select this layout, and I will select classic slider to show how it will look. I will refresh my property page, and now you will see the slider in the correct position. Going back to theme options, next you will have this section, media section order, button selection. This section will apply for classic, vertical, horizontal and slider version 4. It refers to the buttons shown here, and you can disable them with drag and drop. I will leave image gallery for the actual slider to show, but I will move map view, street view, virtual tour and video in the disabled box with drag and drop. I will save the changes that I made, and on front end I will not have the buttons anymore. Going to the next section, you will have show content as accordion or tabs depending on the option selected. You will need to go to the next sections and make settings. First I will show the settings for accordion. So I will go to this section. Here I will have in the visible column all property page sections, and with drag and drop you will need to move the sections that you do not want to show in property page. For example, I will remove wax score, payment calculator, floor plans, views and amenities and features. I will save the changes made, and after refresh I will not have those sections anymore in my page. Also, from this section you will be able to change the section's order. You will be able to do that with drag and drop. For this layout you will have this menu here. This can be managed from the property page design. This is the option. With this option you will be able to make that menu sticky or not. That menu elements will sync with the elements selected to show in the property page accordion layout. Going back to the property page design, I will select the tabs layout. I will save the changes. In my property page I will now have all property pages added under tabs. Going back to theme options, you will need to go to section for tab layout, and here you will need to select the sections that will show in the tab, that will show after the tab, and the ones that will not show in the property page. For example, I will select amenities and features to show after the tab and set others to not be visible. You will be able to do this with drag and drop. I will save the changes made, and in the property page after refresh, in tabs section you will have only the sections that I selected to show, and after this section you will have the one that I selected to show after the tab. Going back to theme options, by going to listing labels section, you will be able to rename all the sections that are visible in the property page, and the changes made here will apply for the accordion layout menu. This was just a quick overview of some of the new settings added. You will need to check each section and make the settings that you want. You will also be able to use the custom template as it was before, just that the section was moved here. In this update, we also change the theme default fonts. You will be able to manage the theme fonts from design in fonts. Here you can replace our fonts and select your own. Also, in general settings, you will be able to change the border corner radius and the box shadow colors. Here you will need to add your colors. Another change that we made was to change colors for search. Now, to change the color for the advanced search tabs, you will need to go to advanced search colors. You will need to add your colors here to replace the theme default ones. This wraps our video. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get instant notifications on new videos.